Hey, really quick, I just want to make a quick announcement. We still got like about 10, 15 minutes to networking, okay? I just want to make a quick announcement, two quick announcements. There's actually a hard money lender here that I work with, okay? What hard money is, I'm going to get to later. But for the guys that are here, you guys are going to bug me about who the hard money lender is later, so I want to tell you who it is now, okay? The reason why you want to know them is because they're pretty much the cheapest hard money lenders I know, okay? And they're also, they lend 100%. Okay, so do you guys want to know them? Yeah. Okay, Jim, can you come up here real quick? So I just wanted to get this out of the way, right? So this is Jim, okay?
Hi, everybody.
Jim, tell everybody a little bit about the program. Sure. And then what they need to know to plug in.
Sure. My partner, Bill McKenna, Jim Wiley. We're from ResCap Partners, Residential Capital Partners. We're a hard money lender. Basically, we have a great program, probably one of the best you'll find around. We'll do 100% financing up to 65% of the ARV for the purchase and for the repair of the property. Very simple process. We just did one for a good friend of Nick this week. It took a couple of days to get it done for him. He was under tight pressure to get it done, and
it happened. It closed. Yeah, and is it 3 points or 2 points? What is it? It's 3 points, right?
3 points, 10% interest.
That's crazy, right?
Yeah.
Because the typical.
And you roll the points into the loan. You don't have to even come out of pocket for the points.
That's even crazier. Yeah. Okay, because a lot of hard money lenders, it's normally 4 and 14. Okay, and they only lend up to 80% of the 65. You guys follow?
20% down.
Yeah, exactly. That's 20% down. So it's more expensive and stricter. Whereas Jim's, it's 100% and it's cheaper. Okay, and the fact that we've actually did a transaction, it's a real company. Because I hear lenders that do 100% financing all the time, but when you try to get it done, it never happens. You guys follow? Okay, so what information do you want everybody to have so that way if they're going to get a loan to reach out to you?
Right. So I'll be in the back. We've got cards and flyers for you. If you're interested, we can get it to you. If you've got a property that you're looking to do, we can send you out a package, and we can take a look at the whole deal. If you haven't got a property but you want to get qualified, so when you find one, you're ready, we can set you up on that too. So that way, when you need to move, we can move very quickly. So that's about it.
All right, guys, let's give Jim a hand. You want his card? Go to the back. Okay. I think there's Jeff. Jeff, where are you at? Jeff, you had a property really quick. You want to come up here 30 seconds? We don't normally promote retail transactions, okay? But Jeff did say a good point, just in case anybody wants an office space.
It's a mixed-use property in Pagoda. The address is 14 East Courtney Road. You don't have to memorize anything. Just look for me. It's a mixed-use property, just totally renovated. It's about 1,000 square feet office space and a 2-bedroom apartment, which is brand new upstairs, along with 4-car garage. $375,000. It's totally renovated. Central air, central heat on both floors. It's a beautiful property. In case you're interested, could be FHA, no money down as well.
What's the rents?
It's vacant right now. We just finished renovating. You're looking at about $45 to $100 for everything. Totally rented. Anyone's interested? Please give me a call. Just see me in the back.
See you in the back. All right, guys? Thank you, Jeff.
Thanks.
Thank you, Jeff. Also, I want to point out, Jim actually is a part of Homevestors, okay? And they're a company that wholesale houses, correct? What county do you cover, Jim? So if you guys are looking for deals in any of those counties, you know, Jim is actually a viable person to go to. Okay, thank you, Jim. So we got still 6 minutes. So because we still got 6 minutes, I want to open up to small talk. So small talk is pretty much if you guys want to talk about anything in regards to real estate, okay, any kind of hurdles you're running into in the business, things like that. Let's talk about it now. So anybody got any questions or anything that they're trying to figure out how to overcome in any part of the real estate business? There's 100 people here. You guys gotta have something. So just really quick, just for everybody to know me that don't know me. My name is Nick. I'm the president of the New Jersey RIA. I started the business wholesaling. From there, I got into rehabbing. From there, I got into buying multis. I've since then raised capital. I've raised capital for other companies. And now I actually try not to be involved in the business as much anymore in terms of actually looking at houses or doing the rehabs myself. What I do now is, one of the reasons why I run these events is I meet people that are either learning the business and they actually did a deal, or they did 2 deals, or they did 3 deals. And from there, I partner with them on business because I run into inventory all the time. Okay, and so some of these people I meet that already did 1 or 2 deals, what happens is they're always looking for the next deal. Would you guys agree? Yeah. And so I would say, okay, what area of business what area do you do business? I might have a deal there. If it fits your profile, how can we work on it together? Because for me, I'm trying to do it in a way where I'm not managing the project or trying to get rid of the house once it's sold or once it's done. Do you guys follow what I'm saying? I'm trying to be more passive in the business. And so that's why I do these events. And so if you guys do business already and you're looking for someone that can either provide money, okay, or opportunities, come talk to me after, okay? I currently do this with a few teams already in Philadelphia, New Jersey, and New York, okay? So I know how to do the market, I know how to look at the marketplaces. So come on, guys, other than that, let's hear some questions. Don't be afraid. What's your biggest obstacle? Go ahead.
Down in anywhere near the South Jersey area, right outside of Philadelphia.
So I do business in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
I know that Mount Laurel, Cherry Hill area is a very desirable area.
The whole Camden.
Yeah. The thing is that I personally don't do any business there because there's another real estate club there, and the real estate club there, everybody that goes there goes to that club, and because of that, I don't have a club down there to kind of network with people. But if you do business down there,
Yeah.
you've done a few deals, I can consider doing business with you down there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Yeah.
Thanks.
You got 4 more minutes, guys. Come on, Jay, ask something.
I ask you every day.
Oh, yeah. I have to make myself not as accessible. Okay, so I guess I'll get started, okay? So tonight's topic is on rehabbing, okay, fixing and flipping houses. So I'm going to give you a big picture of the business, and then from there we're going to dive into each part of the business, okay? The big picture of the business is, it's really simple. It's only 5 points. I got this small board, okay, so that way it minimizes me from writing, okay? So I'm going to try to write as big as I can, but as little as possible, so that way, you're not here to watch the board. You're here to just hear the content. You guys good with that? Elijah, is there a black pen, big, thick pen up there? Don't throw it. Yeah, that's it. Okay, thank you. Thanks. Okay, so the business is really it's simple, pretty simple business. The first is how to get the deals, right? So it's how to find deals, how to get deals, how to do marketing for deals. So I'm gonna say deals. Once you get the deal, okay, or let's say you do marketing, or a realtor brings you a deal, or a wholesaler or a bird dog brings you a deal, whatever direction it comes from, you now have to look at it and see, is there value in this deal? Is there something you can actually do to take advantage of this deal? Because not everything is a deal. Okay, I actually know people that actually bought houses where it was classified as a house in foreclosure, or it was classified as a wholesale deal. It was marketed as a wholesale or a foreclosure deal, but when you did the numbers on it, it was never a wholesale deal. Do you guys get that? Okay, and just because a house is classified as a foreclosure house, okay, it doesn't mean that it's a good deal, because the foreclosure house could be actually underwater. Okay, and so you have to actually know how to look at the values that you need to look at to see if this is a deal. You guys follow? Okay. So I'm gonna go into value. And then from there, if there is value in the deal, we're gonna then put together funding to take advantage of the deal. There's people here that have their own money. Yes, you can always take advantage of opportunities with your own money if you have it. For me, I used to play that game where in the beginning, when I first got started in this business, I was going to college, and so I didn't have money, and so I wholesaled houses to make money. After a period, I made enough money where I had the money to now buy my own houses, fix and flip them, and so I started doing that. But then what happened was, as I got better and better in the business, I realized that I was only growing as fast as or as much money as I had to work with. Do you guys follow? Okay, I was only growing at that pace, and I realized that there was so much opportunities on the market. I was in a way cheating myself. Okay, by not tuning into hard money, private money. Okay, there was a period where all I worked on was private money. You guys know what private money is? It's money from like your neighbor, your everyday people, where they're making a 1%, 2% in their bank account. You get them on board with working with you to make 8%, 12%, things like that. And so it's a great concept, right? And I did that for a period. I raised a lot of money doing that. I raised over $20 million doing that. Okay, so it's really cheap. But here's the thing. Okay, it's a lot of work. Okay, plus when one person gives you 100,000, another person gives you 500,000, another person gives you a million, what happens is, yeah, you get the money, but there's also what this thing is called babysitting. I don't like to babysit. Okay, people are always like, oh, how's that deal going? Okay, or how's this going? I don't want to babysit, And what I came to realize was, me saving money, me borrowing this money at 8, 10% wasn't worth it. Okay, and then so I started tuning into utilizing hard money. Okay, and so we're gonna talk more about hard money in a little bit. So value then funding. Once you acquire the property, then now you have to get the project renovated, because this is a fix and flip event. Andrew, can you make sure I'm actually in the camera? By the way, we're recording tonight's event, and I'm going to show you guys later at the end of the presentation how to get a copy of the recording for free. Okay? Am I actually in it? Like, over here, am I actually in it? Okay, so can you move it back? Or zoom out?
It's already zoomed out.
Oh, okay. Can I stand over here? Or should I just make like a wall right here?
Stay right in front of the table.
Okay.
Right there. Perfect.
Okay. So next comes renovations. A lot of people in this business of fixing and flipping houses, they think the magic in the business is finding the deal. Okay? It is. And then there's some people that think the magic is funding the deal. It is. The reality is, I'm going to show you guys how to solve those two problems really easily. Okay? What I've come to learn about this whole business is the biggest mystery to the business of fixing and flipping, and the biggest headaches you'll ever get, is actually the renovations. Okay? It's actually managing the contractors and working with contractors. Okay? They are actually the wild card in the business. Because the reality is, you identify a few lenders, you have all the money in the world now. That problem's solved. Right? You identified a few wholesalers that you can reliably work with. A person like Jim, there's some other wholesalers here, okay? A bunch of realtors, a bunch of attorneys you can work with. Next thing you know, the deal source will come in smoothly. That's never gonna be a problem anymore. But the biggest problem is contractors, for whatever reason, as great as they are at doing the job, they just suck at managing money. Okay, they're horrible at managing their own money. Okay, and when they do that, they did 5 houses with you, they did 10 houses with you, and it's been great. And then they just mismanage their money on another transaction or something like that, and next thing you know, they finish half the project. What happened? Do you guys follow what I'm saying? And so we're gonna talk about how I work around this problem. Okay. And then last but not least is the exit, is the sale of the house. Once the product is done, you got to sell it and move it as fast as you can. Okay? So that's the exit. So how many points we got here? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points. Everybody good with that? Okay, so out of these 5 points, we're going to start off with funding. Okay, so we're going to start at the middle of all the points. So I like to start with funding because I think that's probably some of the biggest bottlenecks that are here. Okay, at the start of this event alone, I introduced you to a lender that's doing 100% financing. Okay, up to 65% of ARV. What does that mean? Okay, so I'm going to explain to you what that means. When you go look at a house, or when you look at when you see a realtor send you a deal, a wholesaler send you a deal, it doesn't matter where the deal is coming from. Okay, there's 2 things you have to look at. First, you have to figure out what is the ARV for that property. Okay, the ARV stands for after repair value. Okay, what does that mean? That means in its current condition, it's an ugly house. Correct? Once you renovate it, okay, it's gonna look pretty. And so in its current condition, there's a value for that. Okay, and then once it's renovated, there's a value for that. Those 2 values are very different. Okay, so ARV stands for after repair value, what it's worth once it's fixed up. Okay, FMV stands for fair market value in the current condition that it is at. Okay, so I'll give you guys an example. So when I first started in this business, I didn't understand this. I thought I did, but I didn't understand it. And this is what happened. I asked a realtor to send me some ugly houses, okay? And the realtor, searched their county, sent me let's say 20 ugly houses. And what is the funding rule to getting hard money, okay? They only lend up to 65% of the ARV, okay? So if let's say the ARV is 100,000, they're only willing to lend up to 65,000. Everybody good with that? Yes? Okay. And so the realtor sent me, let's say 20 houses, and the house on there, the asking price is 200,000. Okay? And so what I did was I took 65%, I multiplied it into 200,000, and I offered 130,000. Everybody got that? So what I did wrong is that I was making offers at 65 cents to the dollar of what is called FMV. Right? You guys follow that? See, that was kind of like a trick question, right? Because I thought the asking price was the ARV. I thought the asking price was the ARV. I thought the asking price was already what it's worth. Okay? That's not correct. The asking price is pretty much the FMV. At times they're above the fair market value. At times they're below the fair market value. The point is the FMV is very, very different than the ARV. The ARV is a finished product, what it's worth when it's finished. The FMV is what it's worth right now in its current shape. Everybody get that? Okay, this is like, it sounds really simple, okay? But I bet you 99% of the people that come out of like real estate guru classes get this wrong. And that's why realtors actually hate working with investors, especially new ones, because they're all making offers at 65 cents of the asking price. Okay? And when they get those offers coming in, they don't even want to waste their time working on them. They're like, I don't even want to represent this client. I'm not going to submit it. Okay? I want everybody that's here, that's going to go out there and try to do business, to actually get deals. Okay? And because of that, you have to understand FMV and ARV. So let's try this again, okay? So the next time you get a list of properties from a realtor, this is what you need to do. You have to then ask the realtor for houses or comparative properties that look similar in kind to the houses you're looking at, okay? And you have to ask them for what they are selling for as a finished, fully renovated house. Do you guys follow? Okay, so let's do some, I'm gonna put some numbers to it, okay? So that way it's easier. So let's say the realtor sent me a list of houses, okay? And let's say there's 20 houses, and the highest and most expensive house, the asking price is $150,000. and then the cheapest one is 100 grand. Okay? It's a 3-bed, 2-bath house, whatever town. Okay? I want to use these $100,000, $200,000 numbers just so that way the math is easy. The reality is the same rules exist for $1 million houses, $500,000 houses. Everybody good with that? Okay? So we got a list of 10 houses. The highest asking price is 150, the lowest is 100. Okay? From there, you need to ask the realtor for what is the comps of this house fully renovated look like. Okay? Now, let's say we get back some comps. And to keep the numbers easy, I'm going to use 200,000. Fully renovated, 3-bed, 2-bath house, 200 grand. There's at least 6 of them that sold. One took 5 days, another one took 30 days, another one took 60 days. Everybody good? What that means is that these houses fully renovated are worth 200 grand. Okay? So the ARV is 200,000. From there, you have to now look at hard money rules. The hard money lender is only willing to lend up to how much of the ARV? 65. So what's 65 of 200? Can I hear it from everybody? 130, okay? Okay, so 130 means is that you want to be all in on this investment at 130. Okay, meaning the acquisition of the property and the renovation of the property together, you want to be in on this project at 130. You guys follow? The reason why is because, like, you can be at 140, okay? But if you're going to be at 140, you're going to have to bring 10 grand to the table to close because the lender's not going to lend that. Okay, you can be at 150 if you want, okay? And what happens if you do 150, you're going to have to bring $20,000 to the table to close, okay? So the rule is you ideally want to be in it all in for 130. And so if we look at the list of houses, okay, in essence, some of the houses could already be within the 65 cents a dollar rule. Do you guys see that? Because we got a list of 10, the highest being 150, the next highest is, let's say, 130, the next highest is 100. Okay, so in essence, at times, the list you're looking at, the prices are already at the right price. You guys follow? It's just that unless you did the ARV homework, okay, you wouldn't know that. Okay, unless you did the ARV research, you wouldn't know that. Okay? And the ARV research is not something like realtors just, they're like, here's the ugly houses, and here are what the pretty houses are selling for. They don't do that. That's not their standard process. You, as a fixer-upper investor, have to be aware of that and have to be aware to ask for it. Okay? Because the reality is, if the realtors knew how to utilize this information for themselves, they would be fixing and flipping houses. Okay? They wouldn't be showing houses and selling them.